Good morning, everyone. In last my lecture, I was teaching about the chapter solution. Now, this is the second chapter of your NCERT. The name of this chapter is electrochemistry. Before discussing about the electrochemistry chapter, I am discussing something with you to understand what we have to study in this chapter. Basically, this chapter is divided into four parts. In the first part, we have to discuss conduction, second, electrochemistry, third, Faraday, and fourth is cell and batteries. These are the four topics which we have to discuss here in this chapter. But before discussing the chapter, I want to tell you something. What is a conductor, what is insulator, what is semiconductor, or what is electrolyte, what is non-electrolyte, how many types of electrolytes are known, that is a weak electrolyte and a strong electrolyte, and what types of conductor is known, what is the effect of a temperature on that conductor. We have to discuss this first only. In this video we are discussing this only. Why I am talking we, because I am not only one, you are also with me. Now, what is conductor? When we are talking about the conductor, the term conductor is derived, the word conduct means through which the current can pass. The conductor means what? The substance through which the electricity can pass or through which the current can flow are called conductor. Conductor may be of two types. First is metallic conductor or electronic conductor. Second is ionic or electrolytic conductor. The first, I am talking about the conductor and metallic conductor. Now, what is conductor? I told earlier, just 1 minute before I discussing conductor, is the substance through which the electricity can pass or through which the current can flow are called conductor. The conductivity range in conductor is in between 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 7 Simon meter per meter or ohm inverse meter inverse. Repeating, Simon meter inverse or ohm inverse meter inverse. Value I am again repeating. The conductivity value, this conductivity term I will discuss with you in second video. So in first, the conductivity value in a conductor is in between 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 7 Simon meter inverse. The conductor, I told you, the conductor is divided into two parts. First is maybe of two types. First is metallic conductor and second is ionic conductor or electrolytic conductor. As we are talking about the metallic conductor or electronic conductor, this comes in my brain, in my mind. Yes, if the electronic conductor is there, it means there is some relation related to the electrons only. Means the conductor is related to movement or flow of electron from one place to another. Those are called metallic conductor, where the conductivity can produce by the movement of electron. Those are called metallic conductor, where electrons are responsible to conduct electricity. Those are called metallic conductor, where electrons are responsible to conduct electricity. Example is a copper. You know, in our circuit, we are using copper wire or aluminium wire, and silver wire we can also use. But because silver is very expensive, that's why we are not using the silver wire right now. We are using only copper and aluminium in most of the cases. So these are called metallic conductor because the electrons is responsible to conduct the electricity. If the electron is moving from one place to another, it means the current can flow opposite the flow of electrons. You know this, you have studied this in your physics. The movement of electron will always opposite to the movement of current or flow of current. In what direction the electron is flowing, the direction of current will be opposite to the flow of electrons. In opposite directions to the flow of electrons. Right? Metallic conductors are those where the electrons are responsible to conduct the electricity. Copper, silver and aluminium is the common example. Conductivity range is 10 to the power 4 to 10 to the power 7 Simon meter inverse. Now again, second type of a conductor, that is an electrolytic conductor. When I am talking about the electrolytic conductor, we always believe that electrolytic conductors are in a solution phase. They are in a liquid phase. Because if they are not in a liquid phase, they cannot be ionized. In metallic conductor, electrons are responsible to conduct the electricity, but in electrolytic conductors, ions are responsible for conduction, for conductivity, for flow of the current. It means ions, you all know, ion cannot be produced in a solid state. If I am giving you copper sulfate and I am telling you just ionize it, you people are not capable to ionize copper sulfate. I am giving you sodium chloride. I am telling you to just ionize it. Sodium chloride, this is a common salt which you are using at your home. It is also termed as table salt. This cannot be ionized in a solid state. So what will happen? When we pour sodium chloride or copper sulfate or zinc sulfate in water, what happens? This copper sulfate in aqueous solution will ionize into copper positive 2 and SO4 minus 2. Similarly, NaCl will ionize in Na positive and Cl negative. Zinc will ionize in Zn positive 2 and SO4 minus 2. So without aqueous solution, without liquid phase, the ionization cannot take place. So for electrolytic conductor, we have to remember the solution phase. If that phase is not there, if the liquid is not there, liquid condition is not there, if the aqueous solution is not there, the ionization cannot take place. You remember this. So the electrolytic conductors are those where ions is responsible to conduct the electricity. Sodium chloride in aqueous solution, zinc sulfate in aqueous solution, copper sulfate in aqueous solution. These are common example of electrolytic conductor. Now the second point, effect of temperature on it. Effect of temperature on it. When you are increasing the temperature for the metallic conductor, the conductivity will decrease. The conductivity will decrease if you are increasing the temperature. On the other hand, if you are increasing the temperature in electrolytic conductor, what happens? The ionization takes place more easily. If the ions will produce more easily, it means the conductivity power will increase also. So on temperature, on increasing temperature, the conductivity of metallic conductor will decrease while electronic conductor increase. One important point is here. Now the third thing is nature. In electronic conductor and metallic conductor, the physical state will not be changed. One example I am discussing with you, why I am talking physical state will not be changed, because copper wire which we are using for current supply, for supply of current from one place to another, 20 year, 30 year, 40 year, 50 year, that will be the copper. It cannot change their identity. The physical is change, physical things will not be changed, physical nature will not be changed, but in electronic condition that will change their nature. Why? Because in a solid state, that was what? That was electrolyte, copper sulfate, zinc sulfate. But as it goes in a ionic condition, as it goes in a solution, what happens? It will ionize into positive and negative ions. And when batteries are working or cell will start working, what happened? This positive and negative one continuously decreasing. So there will be the change. Their physical nature will change. Even you can say the chemical nature will also be changed, because in copper sulfate only copper sulfate. Copper, but here what happened? Tell me what happened? In copper sulfate, when it goes in electrolytic solution, it will convert into the positive and negative ions. Right? Now, what are electrolytes? Electrolytes are those through which the electricity can pass. Electrolytes are those which are responsible to conduct the electricity, you can say. Like copper sulfate, zinc sulfate, I told you. Non-electrolyte, which is not responsible to conduct the electricity. Like so many things, you know. Glucose solution is not a electrolyte, that is a non-electrolyte. Urea is also non-electrolytes because it will not ionize. Electrolytes are those which ionize, and due to ionization, current will start flowing, potential will develop. But in non-electrolytes like glucose solution, urea solution, sugar solution, these are called non-electrolyte because they will neither ionize nor change their identity in aqueous solution. ना तो आयनाइज ही हो रहे, ना ही अपनी फिजिक अपनी चेंज कर रहे हैं, तो ये नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स हो गए. सो ये तो बात हो गई आपकी कंडक्टर की. नाउ अब बात आई इंसुलेटर क्या होता है. व्हाट इज इंसुलेटर? इंसुलेटर मींस